Just another video from my children and my grandbabies. Mama's mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes. All Mama's done. Let's get these potatoes. And rinse your potatoes off. And get them wet. I got me an old potato peeler. Ain't nothing new, ain't nothing fancy. But it works. Probably sharper than any other potato peeler. You just peel your taters. On my dad's side, my grandpa always said taters. On my mom's side, it was called potatoes. So I'm almost going to peel these potatoes up. However many you need. It's just Dad and I at home now. So about 3 or 4 for 2 people. If you're feeding a bunch of people, about 5. I guess good sized potatoes or so. Alright, let me finish peeling these potatoes. Okay, I have the potatoes peeled, so now Mama's gonna cut them up. Usually the smaller you cut your potatoes, if you're doing homemade mashed potatoes, then the quicker they're going to boil and cook in your pot. So that's all Mama's going to do now. Just cut the potatoes up into small pieces. Put them in the pot with some water, of course. And I'm gonna, when I get all my potatoes cut up and put in there, then I'll strain the water to try to get some of that starch off of them. And then I'll put some fresh water in there. Again, fill it up, put it on the stove. And until they are done, you just keep sticking them with the fork, poking them with the fork or a knife until they're tender. Alright, got the potatoes on the stove. And I'll let that come to a boil. Let it boil, and then I'll check it in a little bit and see if they're tender and ready to be pulled. Okay, these potatoes are done. Poking them with the fork. So, see? They're good. Then I'm going to strain them. Then I'll finish showing you how Mama makes her mashed potatoes. Okay, strained my potatoes. Now usually, after I strain my potatoes, I'll put them back in the pot. And I'm going to add a stick of butter. But this is all the butter I have left. So I'm going to have to use some of that butter. And then I'm going to smush them all up with a potato smusher. Okay, see? Mama's got her potato smasher. And we'll smash all this up. I don't even know where the camera's going. I'm just doing my own thing here. So anyways, I get that smashed up. I'm going to add some pepper. So I'm going to try to focus my... Come over here, grab my pepper. Add some pepper to it. Trying to hold the camera and do this. And then that's it. And if your mashed potatoes are still too thick after your butter, add your little milk or whipping cream. And that's how Mama makes her mashed potatoes. And a tip Mama's never shared. If you got your potatoes a little too thin, well, keep you some instant mashed potatoes on hand. And then that way, if you got your homemade mashed potatoes a little too thin because you had too much butter or too much whipping cream or milk in there, just add some instant mashed potatoes while they're hot. And it'll thicken it back up for you. Also, another good tip. When Mama makes her potato soup, if the potato soup's too thin, you can use instant mashed potatoes and it thickens it up. So, don't say Mama never shared a tip with you.